And we've been talking a lot about jobs today, and it's worth pointing out that even the university campuses are feeling the pinch as well. After years of passing the rising cost to students, universities are now taking the drastic steps to cut spending. Karina Huber reports.
Higher education was hit hard by the recession. Both endowments and state subsidies at public colleges fell dramatically.
It was a changing game, and that the state's support for public institutions is not likely to be coming back.
Donna DeRozier works at the Delta Cost Project, an organization that studies how colleges spend their money. She says that after the recession, schools began hiring part-time teachers instead of full-time staff to save costs. But that wasn't enough.
Some of the savings they've been looking for with the part-time faculty have been undercut by these other growing expenses on campus.
Growing expenses that include most notably rising health care and retirement costs. The schools, as they have done for decades, raise tuition to cover the higher costs.
What really we see going on here is that there's a lot of cost shifting, whereas students are paying a lot larger share of the cost than they used to for their education.
According to the U.S. Labor Department, college tuition costs have risen by nearly 80% in the 10 years between 2003 and 2013. That's almost double the rise in the cost of medical care and far surpasses the rate of inflation. But resistance to rapidly rising tuition has been growing. And last year, tuition rose by a relatively modest 3%. That's the smallest single-year increase since 1975. With students getting fed up of paying more for school, colleges are finally having to restructure and trim down some of their bloated departments. Students are hoping that this will help them keep their costs and their debt down. Karina Huber, CCTV, New York.